So we went from Riyadh to Male at the first stop. From the airport, we took a taxi to Hulumale. So, after a really unspectacular flight from Riyadh to Male, we finally arrived. I spare you the whole thing with the airport and so on. We fly in economy, and this is really nothing to show on any video. So now we're here on Hulumale. That's the airport. That's the island next to the airport, and it's all the public islands. It's not really a beauty here. See it behind me. But what I want to show you is when you turn the whole thing around, we are directly at the sea, and this is where we will definitely go swimming later on. So yeah, when we arrived, it was raining. I think I showed that a little bit later in the video. It's really, when you arrive, it's not, I'll say it's not the Maldives. This is when we arrived. Clouds, rain, not what we hoped for when we went to the Maldives. The next day we took a speedboat to Mafushi, to our second stop, as planned. So, that's the next ride here, speedboat. So let's see how fast we will be in Mafushi. Again, half an hour later, here. Sunrise in Mafushi. So you see, still dark, and there the sun comes up. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. Sunrise is 6:05, and I want to go snorkeling and see whether I make it out to the reef. Even though I didn't make it out to the reef, I found this guy here. And another crab. Yeah. The thing is, they disappear so. Here they go. Crab fishing? Didn't know that the new water Lamborghini was out. In the afternoon I took the kids to the same place, and the butterfly fish came really close, but always when you tried to touch them, they turned around and swam away. But they followed us all the time. Next day we took a speedboat to a really nice place. In a live coral reef. It was really amazing. You see the light in the water, those landscapes like underwater gardens with tons of fish. It was just beautiful. So that's what we came for.
I've never been so close.
After some time in the water, my daughter lost all her fear, and you can see the stingray joining. It's an unforgettable experience. So if you're ever on that island on Mafushi, book this excursion. It's absolutely worth it. The landmark in Mafushi is the Mafushi prison. It's a must-see. It's still part of the prison. It doesn't look like it's very difficult to escape. I see this here. And the next day by public ferry from Mafushi to Fulido. Fulido is significantly smaller than Mafushi, and it's really tiny. But it's really beautiful. You see a lot of sea life, and this is where we do our diving training and course and certificate. After arriving at Fulido, going from the jetty to the other side of the island to see how the reef is doing. It was a little bit dark, but I think that gives you an impression how it looks like. And on the right side it goes down about 40 meters, and this is where you need diving equipment. Okay, here we go. The whole diving thing, the whole diving training is mainly a drill for all kinds of emergency situations, and it's less of an adventure than I thought. It was a lot of mask on, mask off. You have salt water in your eyes, and do that at the beach at 6 meters, at 80 meters. It was fun, but not as much as I hoped.
Where are you guys? Anna, come on!
Another sunset. This time view from the other side of the island, from the jetty side. And if you like stargazing, you're in the right place. In between the dives, we're chasing some hermit crabs or meeting our old friends at the jetty. And this is when you see them in real life, not fed from a boat, so it's not that many at a time. But still, I mean, 4 nurse sharks and a stingray, I think it's not bad for a day. In the meantime, I know what that bird is. It's an Indian reef heron. I was about to say reef herring. No, reef heron, Indian. So they hunt small fish, so as long as they are there, it's a good sign. First dive, jumping into the water. We did that before, but that was the first real dive. In fact, underwater we didn't see that much more than snorkeling, but amazing were those long fin bedfish. They were following us all the time. Okay, and Peter caught our first white-tip reef shark on camera. This is what we haven't seen before. And our first moray eel. So for us and for me, it was the first time ever diving in my life, and I should have known this before. I would have done it way earlier. Um, if you can afford it, do it. It's amazing. And as a goodbye, the first glimpse of a manta. The next day, we went from Pulido back to Male, and from Male, we took the next ferry to Thulesto. So, this is Thulesto. That's the last public island we do this vacation, and that's here kind of the main street. And after having now the open water diver license, I booked just 2 dives for tomorrow morning. And that's a view out of our accommodation. And we checked out the surf point, but it was just too many rocks. On the way to the next dive in Thulesto, we saw those dolphins, and my wife always wanted to see those. One thing special about Thulesto was this party boat. They would pick you up from the beach and bring you there, and you could have some cocktails watching the sunset, which we did, obviously. And when we were just about to leave, we found those two in the water. The first time that I've seen manta rays that close. Unfortunately, in all our dives or snorkeling, we never saw them underwater, but this is, it's good. So, the very last snorkeling in Thulesto, and then I couldn't avoid it, we went the last few days to a resort. We took the speedboat from Thulesto to Hulumale, and a seaplane from Hulumale to the Radisson Blue Resort. So, that's boarding. Yep. So, that's really narrow. Thank you. I sit with you, sweetie. The flight was surprisingly smooth, what you see through the windows by the way, Hulmale. And by the time we arrived, it was still light, still afternoon, so I did the first snorkeling there. Very good snorkeling grounds and family entertainment there. So we had views of eagle sharks several times, and when I found this one close to the bungalows, I thought that's my chance. And like on all the other islands, you got incredible views, incredible sunsets wherever you go on that island. And in the morning, it's also really nice when you go to the lagoon and you can go snorkeling there. You find really also amazing fish over there. My wife took a last photo of a green-eyed squid, and then it was time for us to go. In the meantime, we are back in Saudi Arabia, and there are just some comments I want to make on that video of the Maldives. So we went there with just Oman Air, normal airline. There are a lot of alternatives, at least from here, from Riyadh, with Qatar, with Emirates, you name it. I booked hotels through Booking.com. There are a lot of guest houses, up to 4-star hotels, depending on the island, on those public islands, and this enables you basically to do a vacation on a budget. The other thing is all the hotels, they help you with speedboats to get the connections to go wherever you want to go and wherever you need to go. And when you're underwater, don't touch the fish, don't touch any creature. It's safer for you and them. Don't step on the corals. It takes years to recover. And it's a very fragile ecosystem. So be gentle when you're underwater. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you to plan your next vacation. See ya.